So before we get into setting up multiple artboards, let me give you a little bit of a background on the artboard philosophy. Artboards really take us back to the birth of Illustrator, which was really to give designers sort of an electronic drawing board, if you like. Now, when I started out in graphic design, the studio that I worked at had these massive drawing boards with these parallel rulers that ran up cables on either side of the board. And then we had these sort of 90-degree set squares that would sit on the rulers, and the various pages and boards or the artworks that you were working on were taped squarely onto the board, and you use these rulers to navigate between them and create and align your artwork accordingly. Well, Illustrator has really brought that artboard theory into CS5, and it's very cool. You can lay out multiple sizes and orientations of artboards all in one document, and you've seen examples of it in a single form here, but once you start doing it with multiples, it's really very handy. And a lot of this you could do in CS4, but in this new version of Illustrator, it's really become much more flexible. So let's take a look at how this works. What we're going to do, let's just hit the F key twice so we can come back out of our full screen mode. I'm going to go ahead and close down our single card. All right, we don't need to save that. And we'll do the same with that CMYK document we created in the background. So now we're back to our welcome screen. Now let's just pull up the new document dialog box, Command N or Control N on the PC, because this is going to be our first actual artwork. So we want to set this one up correctly. So we're going to do a standard print document, so we want to make sure it's in CMYK, but let's go in and make some changes here. First thing I'm going to do is add 4 artboards, okay? So we're essentially going to have 4 pages, if you like, inside this document, and I'm going to arrange them in basically a row, so they'll automatically go side by side by side, so all 4 of them in a row. And what we can do is come down here to my units. I'm going to change this to millimeters, okay? And I'm also going to follow the same as before and use an A4 document. So we're going to start with A4 and then we're going to change various artboards within this document. So what we'll also do is make sure that we then space each of them to give a certain amount of distance between each of the artboards. So let's say maybe 30 millimeters, okay? So it's very cool that this is all being done automatically for us. Now we won't use bleed, but if we needed it, it can be specified here. Again, double checking we have CMYK specified, 4 artboards, A4 millimeters. I think we're good to go. So let's go ahead and click OK, and we'll now see our new document in the background. Now you can notice that the left-hand artboard is selected. It's got this black border around it, and we can see the other 3 arranged to the right of it. And this is a good time to refresh yourselves with the shortcuts we have for navigation. Remember, if we have an active artboard, Command 0 will fit that one in the window, all right? And Command Option 0 or Control Alt 0 on the PC will take us back to view all of the artboards, no matter how many there are, all right? Now, if we go back to Fit in Window, to navigate between the artboards, it's very easy to do. We have the status bar down here in the lower left-hand side, and this allows us to see our current artboard, and like we did previously, we can just click through and go page for page there. But what you can also do is on the keyboard use the Shift key and the page up or page down keys. Okay, this is a new keyboard shortcut in CS5. So you can see as I'm doing Shift and page up there, I'm actually going back to artboard 1, and then Shift and page down will take me to 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so very easy there with a series of different shortcuts to navigate between multiple artboards in this document that we've now created.